So what does health or a healthy life look like to you?
Oh, that's a $1 million question, really, for anyone. Hey,
Yeah.
so health. Uh, I think the word health has been destroyed in modern day society, and I think it's really toyed with, and there is a lot of ambiguity, if not stigma, attached to the word health. Um, and I think we live in a reactionary society where we react to not being healthy, and we don't actually work on maintaining our health and increasing our well-being. So again, Western medicine only is reactionary. We're not proactive uh, in removing the potential of harm in the future. We only react once the harm has come into fruition, right? So that is a lot of where I kind of took my understanding from, because I don't agree with that model, and I really think health should be encapsulated under a different term. For the purposes of living in our society, I continue to use the word health, but wellness is really where it comes down to play here. And I learned a really nice word the other day, and it's called eudaimonia. And eudaimonia means kind of being a living embodiment of proper flourishing, of your proper flourishing self, right? And I think that's a really good way to look at it. Yourself needs to be flourishing. Anyone can just be alive. That's our gift. That is the beauty of being a human, being any kind of being. We are alive, but then we have an innate need to, I think, go beyond that and find what we are capable of. So for me, health isn't one field. I mean, you get a lot of people. Well, I don't really want to get started in that respect, but you get a lot of PTs throwing these things around, telling people what to do and thinking that they're experts in the field. And again, disclaimer, I'm not an expert. I don't have my degree in any kind of medical forum. I don't have a dietetics degree, even though I think I would be far more suited to giving someone diet
Mm.
advice than most of the dietitians out there. But what I can say is, yeah, I think it's a full encapsulating circle, if you will. And that circle never can be broken, right? Because as soon as, imagine there's a circle filled with liquid gold in there, or whatever precious metal you want to put in there. And as soon as one of these little points on that circle breaks, whether that's mental health, whether that's gut health, whether that's physical health, whether that's a knee injury, whether that's cold sores, herpes, STIs, diseases, as soon as there are little kinks in that circle, you're just draining yourself of your gold, and you can't be feeling as good as you should be because you're leaking, right? And Western medicine often goes, all right, well, we'll put a Band-Aid over that little bit of leaking hole. I think that's really detrimental, because there is a reason why that hole has occurred. And that reason is unbeknown to, I guess, everyone, because the doctor just says what it is, and you go, oh, okay, cool, I have diabetes. They don't go, you have diabetes because you've been feeding your liver too much sugar, which has induced insulin sensitivity, all these kind of things, right? They don't go into the depths of why you're doing something. So for me, health, yeah, it comes back to more or less mental health, physical health, spiritual health, and collective consciousness. So there's 4 kind of rings. For me, I do most of my work from a place of feeling who I am as a full individual, but a lot of that started through mental health. I'm a big advocate of at least just expressing that you may have a mental health condition, or that you struggle sometimes, or that you feel sad, or whatever it is. Like that post I did the other day, where I got a lot of comments saying, thank you so much. I've never been able to talk to someone about this. And I want to kind of be that voice for breaking those things down, because a lot of times we do things out of the wrong kind of place. We might eat a lot one night and then go for a 10-kilometer run the next day, purely to work off whatever we've eaten. Now, I don't agree with that in any way, shape or form, but some people might go to the gym purely to get a 6-pack. And that's cool, but I don't think that's healthy. Maybe bodybuilding is your profession, in which case I don't have any leg to stand on to tell you to do something, because that's your profession. I don't know that. But I don't think your goal should be to have a 6-pack. I think your goal should be have have a stable core to ensure that you don't get back injuries when you're 50. I think that there should be a way of looking at things that is so much more different from just the stock standard, oh, that's healthy. Just like someone, I mean, and cut me off at any point here when you think there's something interesting, but a lot of times people will go, okay, I'm going to eat a salad, or I'm going to go on this quick detox, or I'm going to do this, right? And I think that's really unhealthy and really, really redundant. The word diet sets you up for failure anyway. You look at the background of the word diet, and it has been prescribed by a start and an end date. That in itself is very unhealthy to look at in terms of that. But when someone says, I'm going to eat a salad, okay, and they ate that salad, and this individual has been eating unhealthy for 24 years, right? And then they wake up after that salad and go, oh, what the hell? Like, I don't feel any different. Being vegan is shit. Like, why the hell would I do this? I've done it for like a day now. What? Why am I feeling anything? You don't reverse thing off one diet. Just like when people eat one bad meal and they go, oh my God, I'm going to get fat. You don't get fat off one bad meal. You also don't get fit and healthy off one good meal. It's the same kind of notion here. And the other really important thing is, in this day and age, we are not excreting toxins from our body as quickly as we are inducing them, right? And toxins are the number one cause of disease. They're the number one reason of acidosis in the body and mucus buildup, which are the main underlying forms of disease. And the word disease is dis-ease, right? You're not in a position of feeling at ease with yourself. And yeah, so in like a nutshell, my form of health is a holistic understanding of health, not doing anything for one said reason, and it's doing something for the betterment of yourself, for the world, in a longevity perspective, if that makes sense.